Four people indicted in sophisticated marriage fraud operation. All right, this is a suggestion via Discord. Let's go and jump into it. See where this takes us, guys.
These arrests mark a critical milestone in our broader effort to dismantle a criminal network undermining our nation's immigration laws.
Oh, no.
Federal agents announced the takedown of a multi-state marriage fraud operation. Just hours ago, this footage was released capturing people being taken into custody right here in Baltimore. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Mary Bubala.
I 100% saw this coming. Absolutely. Like with the amount of outrage that people are actually having over Tom Homan, Kristi Noem, and Donald Trump specifically being in office and, pushing ICE to remove people that are here in a very illicit manner. The ones who are super emotionally tied to keeping illegal immigrants in the United States of America, I can imagine them going out of their way specifically to now attempt to marry some of the individuals so they can kind of be here under the guise of, a fictitious marriage, guys.
And I'm Kai Jackson. Fox 45's Alexa Ashford
I can see
was
that.
there for today's announcement.
I can definitely see
She joins us
that.
live with how investigators say they uncovered the scheme in the first place. Alexa.
Yes, Kai, Mary, we're told this was the result of a years-long investigation with 4 American citizens working as the ringleaders of this operation.
Let's go.
Good morning. Newly released video by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration captured federal agents arresting 10 foreign nationals who they say came to the Baltimore field office to fraudulently obtain a marriage license. The men all taken into custody during their interviews.
The aliens who tried to defraud the American people yesterday left our office in handcuffs. The message is clear. Do not engage in marriage fraud.
The agency sharing video of the arrest while announcing the takedown of a marriage fraud operation they say has been under investigation for years. Coined Operation Bargain Brides, investigators announced indictments against 4 ringleaders, all U.S. citizens.
Hopefully arrest these individuals too, because I mean, if you're trying to skirt federal immigration law, then I think you should definitely go with the people. Obviously, understand you're not going to deport an American, right? But you definitely need to be put into some type of prison, bro. I think we're done with the whole idea of completely skirting federal law, guys.
Who were taken into custody last month.
Individuals who recruited, enticed, and groomed U.S. citizens, encouraged them to enter into fake relationships and fraudulent marriages, and submitted false representations to USCIS to unlawfully obtain immigration benefits.
Investigators said these 4 ringleaders weren't just grooming U.S. citizens in order to
hold
marriages,
on. Got that wrong.
rather profiting significantly, charging foreign nationals up to $40,000 for arranged unions and generating upwards of $40 million in illicit proceeds.
The 4 ringleaders who collected millions of dollars for arranging fraudulent marriages have been arrested and face serious criminal charges. We also prevented more than 120 aliens from illegally obtaining green cards, and we are not done yet. The arrests here and across several states yesterday are just the beginning.
Agents stress the work hasn't stopped and investigations continue, but the message clear.
To date, USCIS has denied over 100 petitions or applications filed by or for the benefit of these foreign nationals. This is not a victimless crime. Marriage fraud compromises the integrity of our immigration system, it diverts critical resources, and it erodes public trust.
It does.
The ringleaders, who investigators say are all from New York and New Jersey, are all charged with conspiracy to commit visa and marriage fraud. It's unclear what charges those arrested just yesterday are facing. The agencies would not take any questions. Reporting live in Baltimore.
That's we're done with that one there, guys. Okay. That was a very short video here. So here's the thing, guys. You definitely don't want to do anything like this, like under any circumstance here, guys, right? I mean, so for example, I specifically married a woman from outside of the United States of America. I've been living outside of the United States of America for a really long time. So I met my wife outside of the United States of America. We married in Spain. She had no interest in coming to the United States of America. None. Zero. She's like, why would I do that? I get free healthcare and education. Right, literally, she had no interest in coming to the United States of America, and I think that's why I also had enough trust that the situationship, let's say that we were in, was able to blossom into something decent. We now kind of go back and forth from the United States of America to the south of Spain, right, on a regular basis, so bi-yearly basis, let's say. And so the last thing we need is for programs like that to be able to have the ability to marry someone from outside of the country and move back to the United States of America if you ever decide to do so, right? The last thing we need is for that to be clogged up with massive amounts of fraud. Like for example, the federal government had not a single doubt in the world, let's say, that my wife was not, let's say, this, okay? Like they had no doubt. All the photos, all the family photos. We have a child. We were not married in America, firstly, and then when we were married, I still stayed in Europe for another like 6 years, right? So just understand, okay, that there was none of that happening. She had no interest in coming to the United States of America, none, guys. But she loves it here. Funny enough, she absolutely loves it. Right, she loves it. She's like, I don't want to go back to Spain, and I'm like, but no, we have to go back to Spain. Okay, we have to because I'm gonna get bored. I get bored fast with what I see uh, regularly in the United States of America. Like I don't know, bro. I've seen it my whole life. I want to see something different. I want to look out. I want to open a window and see like gorgeous snow-topped mountain ranges. That's what I want to see regularly. Okay, right? I'm a photographer. I like seeing beautiful things consistently. And I think Spain has that. So I definitely do not want to have this system completely clogged, specifically in a time where we are suffering through this like illegal immigration crisis, specifically with people utilizing asylum for, let's say, economic migrancy purposes, right? It's not really valuable to this specific program that this specific program is clogged with. Um, you know, more fraud, basically, right? More than it is. Don't get me wrong here. I understand why some of these like intake interviews are so hard. But again, I didn't even have an intake interview. Think about this for a second. Like they saw all the documents, and keep in mind, we hired a like one of the better immigration lawyers specifically for this whole process, right? So yes, it's expensive, and this is the reason why so many people are like, you know what? I don't really want to immigrate the legal way because it is it is expensive, guys. I can't imagine that the average person, specifically coming from outside of the United States of America, where people make a lot less money, being able to specifically afford, a $10,000 lawyer plus all the paperwork fees, and by the time you're done with it, you're basically spending more than the average yearly salary, let's say, of some of the individuals that have come into the United States of America, and it could be easily 10-year salary type of thing, guys, right? So I understand why they're doing it, but that's not the legal way, so I'm not going to back it, guys. Right? I definitely come from like a heavy immigrant type family, guys, absolutely, and there's none of the illicit illegality in paperwork, let's say, within the country. I do think that it makes Americans stronger, having the ability to kind of move around many, many, many different type of cultures, as long as, let's say, that the cultures all have the same similar forward path, let's say, right? We don't need a single culture coming into the United States of America and trying to make it, make us specifically the culture that they're running from, right? So it's really good to, let's say, assimilate into the main culture, and then you can kind of have a side quest, let's say, right? You can still, listen to your music and eat your food, all these other things, but we need to have a similar like base, right? And that similar base will definitely have the ability to push us forward, right? Together as a singular unit. I think that would be the strongest variation of American culture, at least, right? As long as we kind of have the same path. But either way, guys, I'm sure I pissed somebody off with this. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.